Hello everyone, it's Zort here and welcome to another video. And I've been a very silly man. So, those of you know that I've really got into Black Series of late. And one of my favourite toys from when I was a kid, when I was a younger Star Wars collector, collecting Power of the Force 2. I didn't have many vehicles, I think I had an A-Wing. And I had a vintage Snowspeeder and a vintage really damaged Boba Fett Slave 1, or Slave 2, sorry. But I had a TIE Fighter, and God knows where that TIE Fighter's been. And as I said in one of my previous videos, I essentially, after chatting to Mr. Cyberdyne on Instagram with a couple of messages, went and bought a TIE Fighter from the Black Series. And I was told it was big. There's word big and there's enormous. Look at this thing, it's absolutely crazy. This is the box. It just about fits in my chair. It is massive, absolutely massive. This cost me £38 plus postage. God knows how much it cost them to post this. I posted a guitar before and that costed about 30 quid. It's massive, it's too big, it's far too big. Let me start off with a criticism first. This thing stinks of cigarette smoke. It's really annoyed me that it stinks. The box is worse than the toy, but the inside of the toy really smells like smoke. So if you've got any tips out there to how to get rid of that, I've tried using a bit of Febreze and that's helped a bit. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to get this smell out once and for all. Let me know, please. I don't want to steal Deluxe Baldwin's thunder here when he talks about floor time. Let's go and have a bit of floor time with this thing because it's too big for me to lift up. So here I am on the floor with the TIE Fighter. It's bloody huge, absolutely huge. This is a 6-inch figure that come along with it. It's actually quite a nice figure. TIE Fighter pilot. You can see there, comes with a gun. A gun actually has paint on it as well. Really quite cool little figure. Think he's unique to this set. Will make me want to get another TIE Fighter pilot now because I think this thing's bloody here to stay. I can't believe it. I mean, that thing is as big as my head and I have a massive fodder. It's mental. Okay, so let's have a look at the thing itself and I'll try and zoom in a little bit. So this thing is pretty grand. It's huge. As I say, the pilot, this is a 6-inch figure. Yeah, it's huge. It's for those of you who are into your Transformers, that's flywheels. Absolutely massive. If we were to take, I don't know, another figure, I'm just trying to find something that's a little bit bigger. It's Leader Class. Overlord. Absolutely massive this thing is. Absolutely massive. So it's been pre-owned as I say, and one of the wings had been unscrewed and it was a real pain in the arse to try and get the screws back in there, and there is some scratching on the inside. I mean, you can't see it so it doesn't really matter, but yeah, this thing, it's not mint. There's some fading on the wings, but all in all, the most annoying thing, as I say, about it is the smell of cigarettes, and that's a bit frustrating. You've got the cockpit here, and you have 2 guns here. I don't know if these light up or not. Again, let me know. I haven't read the bloody instructions yet. You've got a rotating gun here. I'd imagine there'd be some electronics in it, wouldn't you? This part here is an antenna. I don't know if that's meant to move. The canopy opens and closes. Of course it does, like so. I don't know if that's meant to close down a bit further or I've just got it in the wrong position. I'll have a look at that in a bit. It's not the most stable, but it holds well enough. It's quite cool. Just stupidly bloody big. On the back, let me turn him around. One thing me and Dave Shot were talking about earlier actually is you didn't realise the first order TIE Fighters are actually just reverse the colours from the Empire ones. So it was this colour wherever. Basically they've flipped the colours around, so back in the day everything that was this colour was this colour and this colour was this colour. It would have been amazing if this was one of the original original trilogy ones. On the back, we have some thrusters, we have some nice red paint. This gun can rotate all the way around, and yeah, it's bloody crazy. Okay, ooh. Let me turn it round. As I say, I'm not sure if there are any electronics or anything like that in here. Now inside, I'm going to give it a bit of a sniff. Smelling a bit like Febreze, so we get in there, we're getting rid of that cigarette smoke. Let's go and have a look. So here we go. This is inside, and you can see the space for 2 figures, not just one. That mottling in there is just a little bit of Febreze. I'm just going to let it dry in there, hopefully to get rid of that smell, as I say. But you can see the detail in there is so cool. There's a closer view of the cockpit, the wings, and this thing is just massive. So as you can imagine, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm really was in for the Snowspeeder. But I hope it's not this bloody big. This is the biggest collectible I own. I think the biggest toy I had before this is probably Fortress Maximus. I have never owned anything this big. It's absolutely mental that this even exists, that this has been made. I am in shock and awe of the thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely amazing. But it's nutty that it even exists. It's absolutely nutty. I can't get over it. I really can't get over it. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of a lot of space. I'm amazed that it exists. I really am. I'm not convinced whether these are electronic or not. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a look at the instructions. Hang on a minute, I can get hold of them. So I think these are the instructions. Don't actually stink too bad. It doesn't say anything about batteries, it just talks about clipping it together. Yep. So it doesn't look like it does take batteries. Correct me if I'm wrong. But as I say, this cost me £38 plus I think it was about 8-9 quid postage, about 47 in total. I know these were going new in The Entertainer about 12 months ago for about 50 quid, so I mean I haven't overspent really. I mean them ones smell like fags, but never mind. But I was going to pick up a TIE Fighter pilot. I've now have got that, and I mean this figure would have cost essentially what, 20 quid roughly if I was to get one like this. So this thing minus the postage has probably cost me about 18 quid. God knows what I'm going to do with it. The one thing I thought I could actually do is make it into a coffee table or a little table at the side and build something around it. But I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do with this thing. It might sit up the corner for now, so it might sit up here. Or what I think I could do is maybe try and attach it up there, above these shelves, or maybe over there. Or just maybe get rid of the bloody thing and give it away and cut me losses. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been a very silly man. That's a massive toy. This is a TIE Fighter pilot, and I'll catch you again soon.